Okay, hi everyone. I'm just making a short video going through this test with you and hopefully giving you a couple of strategies about where to find these answers and ideas. In regards to the multiple choice, the first um, chunk of questions are all plot-based questions, okay? So they're just worth 1 point. The whole test is out of 35 points, so it is uh, a substantial amount of questions that I'm asking you. Um, and this will be the largest part of that reading category. There are quite a few marks in that reading category if you look in your grades, but some of them are only worth 5 points. Some of them are only worth 10 points. This is worth 35 points. Okay, so it is a big deal for you to take it seriously. I very, very much tried to give you hints while I was going through these questions. So you'll notice a lot of them give you clues as to where to find this answer, either in our slideshow or in the text itself. So, for example, at the start of the unit, we learned about the term intersectionality. If that term isn't ringing a bell for you, go back and look at our first lessons, okay? So those Dear Martin's lesson number 1, Dear Martin lesson number 2. Um, or I'll give you kind of a signifier of the text. So when Justice calls blank out of his party, he's told that he's being too sensitive. Um, for stuff like this, you can just use a control F function in order to find it in the text if you don't remember. So um, looking on the PDF and just hitting Command or Control F, it'll come up with this box over here, and we can say party, okay? Obviously, this doesn't happen in chapter 1, but you can kind of just go through and see if you can find those keywords and where they might be in the text if you don't remember, okay? Eventually, we'll get to kind of the right place. So Blake's birthday party is tonight, and you're coming with me. So this is one method that you can use in order to help you read those texts. The second is that, especially for the second half of the novel, on that Dear Martin day 3, I give you an outline of what happens in each chapter. It's really critical for you to kind of go back and use that as a reference if when you're reading those multiple choice questions or if when you're reading those short answer questions, it's not ringing any bells for you. Um, so this is an example. Those December 13th, these ones, anything that has to do with a date is going to be when he's writing to Martin. Okay, so those are not chapters, they are examples of those letters. Okay. Um, that is how I would approach these multiple choice questions. In regards to the text say, I say, this is a throwback to our graphic novel unit. When we did the outside circle, I asked you to engage with this form of understanding of the text. Essentially, it's going to be relatively open-ended, but I do want to make sure that you're able to do those formatting questions correctly. Some of you guys have got it down. Some of you are still not 100% in terms of the way that you are structuring this. So it is important for you to take a look at the lesson on the outside circle if you don't remember how to do this or you don't remember how to format, okay? This is the last page of the novel. So you are going to use, this is on page, sorry, just 1 second. This is on page 208, okay? Just make sure, number 1, integrating correctly. Number 2, that you're just explaining your ideas. This final ending is something that you might also want to reference in the second section, either the short answer or the long answer, if you feel less familiar with the text, on the test, I'm highlighting this page as a really critical section. So I'm trying to kind of give you as many tools on this test as I can in order to help you be successful. So that is um, this middle section is worth 8 points, okay? So the first section is worth 10, the middle section is worth 8. These sections, the short answer and the long answer, are when things are going to become more significant. You have to answer all of these short answer questions. You'll see that some of them are based on important quotes of the novel or important themes of the novel, and some of them are based on reading strategies. Moving forward, it's my hope that you can take some of these strategies with you to grade 12. So that's what I emphasize and want you to reflect on. So, something, for instance, like this. Over the course of the semester, we have used a few reading strategies to help you read, remember, and understand your text. Which of the during reading strategies did you find most helpful? Annotations, Google Read and Write, plot charts / symbolism charts, text says I say, or the baloney meter. Okay, so all of these are during reading strategies. They help you understand and interpret the text as you are going. You are just going to explain to me, what you think is most important or what you think is the easiest. Give me an example about why it helped you. And then tell me why again it's the most helpful. These ones you have to write in PPC format. That's why they're worth 3 points. However, for the long answers, you only have to give me a paragraph, but I want it to be a good paragraph. Okay, so you should have 2 PPCs. Structurally, the way that it's going to look is something like this. You're going to have your point, and then you're going to have your proof, your comment, your second proof, your comment, and then your concluding sentence. Um, this is not 100% needed. It just kind of will wrap up your idea and give you another opportunity to reiterate what you're thinking. On the literacy test, this is how they want your body paragraphs to be structured, okay? So I am, maybe you guys are saying, oh, why can't I just give one example? I really, really want to reiterate to you, in your paragraphs for the literacy test, you need to have at least 2 examples for all of your body paragraphs. So that is why it's structured in this way. These questions are all based on the text, okay? So while these short answer questions focus on some reading strategies, these down here are focused 100% on the text, okay? Most of them are from that slide 3 slideshow. So that kind of middle to end section of the text, so chapters 15 through 20, just because I wanted to give an advantage to those of you that answered those PPCs, to make sure that you have a place to represent your ideas. Other than that, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just let me know and we can kind of go through this with you. It's going to be incredibly critical that you get this into me by Friday because we are starting your ISU. It's going to be connected to our Dear Martin text, but there's going to be kind of an extension element to it. And so I want you to have that all complete, all out of the way, so that I'm not trying to collect this text from you, collect your playlist assignment, collect this and that while we're working on our ISU, okay? The ISU, similar to when we did book club, where the time was incredibly structured, right? Like, we're going to read for a full hour, we're going to do this interview immediately, we're going to do this presentation immediately. That's how the ISU is going to be structured in that second week. So I want you to get this finished. I want you to do a good job. I'm here if you need questions, okay?